Welcome back to the Retro Digital Rolodex. More software means more installations, so let's get started. I got a couple more here. These were both recent thrift store finds. I was kind of bummed they charged me $2 for this one, but I couldn't pass it up. I'm a big fan of when I find like Hasbro board games on PC. This is Yahtzee, and it looks like it's from 1999. So that's pretty cool. Pretty excited for that. And this one's really cool. So this here is, I'll just show it to you, the 1999 World Book from IBM. Now, this is a family reference suite, they call it, but I thought it was so cool because, I mean, it is a 3-disc set. So this thing is huge. I just thought that was amazing. So I'm pretty excited for this. And I meet all the system requirements. So yes, this will be definitely a blast. They could charge me $2 for this one as well, and I paid it happily. I would have rather just paid $1 for this one, but whatever. We will start with Yahtzee and just roll the dice a couple times, see what happens. I do need to find, I'd love to find Monopoly on computer, and I'd really love to find the original Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on computer. I find those discs laying like caseless all the time, but they're always like the second or third version. I just want the original one because that is the one I played at my grandmother's house non-stop. So it's totally a nostalgia preference that I'm going to go with on that one when I find it. And I obviously want to find it in a case. That's the tough part. I find all these Who Wants to Be a Millionaire discs just laying randomly in thrift stores. I'm just like, I'd rather not. All right. Let's install some Yahtzee. And while we're at it, let's have a peek at things. We can pick between US English, French, or Dutch. We'll stick to English, because I am not bilingual. So we do have a nice little license agreement here in the case. Oh, and okay, these promos in the back here, once I get this out. These are all games I would love to have. We have Battleship, Scrabble, Clue, and Monopoly. I would love to have all 4 of those on disc. See, the Hasbro collection is something I want to grab a lot of. It's just a fun time killer, especially on an old machine like this, to just, you know, my perfect morning, like my perfect Saturday morning would be, wake up. I wake up pretty early, grab a cup of coffee, listen to the morning news, like at a, if I missed Up First or something from NPR, I'd probably check that out. And then, bust out a game of this or Scrabble or Monopoly. And I know all these exist in an app now on your phone, probably for free, but it's just not the same. I'd really love to get the Battleship one. That is one I've never played. I have played Monopoly and Scrabble, I believe. Never played Clue, never played Battleship, but I mean, that's just a few of many that exist under the Hasbro name. They've pretty much turned every game they have into a disc at some point. Back when this was a big deal, and it's not anymore. The manual is in black and white, but it does have pictures. And it's basically trying to tell you how to play Yahtzee. And if you don't know how to play Yahtzee, I just won't go there. But come on, it's Yahtzee. I do not need an instruction booklet to know how to play Yahtzee. One of the easiest dice games ever. And this is one of those games that is a complete game of chance. So there's that. Let's give it a try. Gotta turn up the sound. It looks like we have a little video cut here. Very cool. There's a video intro for Yahtzee. That's awesome. So, okay, there's a few options. There's classic, battle, pyramid. Let's see here. I have no idea what those even say. Okay, triple dice and pyramid, but those are super hard to read, even when you're not in an angle like I am. That is bizarre. I'm definitely gonna go to classic. Player one. You can have up to 4 players, it looks like. Let's see how we roll here. I have no idea how to roll. Click the cup. Okay, that's what I'm doing wrong. Oh, cool. I'm shaking my dice up. You gotta see that. This is the dumbest thing. So I click the cup. The dice go in the cup. And then I move the mouse. It shakes them. And I click to throw. That's pretty cool. And you select the dice you want to keep. I'll keep those 6s. Okay, this is going to be a blast. Not only do I love Yahtzee, I know it's a game of chance, but I go through waves of like playing it, and I download like a free app on my phone, and I play it for a little while, and then I delete it because I'm bored out of my mind from it, and you just can't play it anymore. I think why I love Yahtzee is because on road trips, we used to have those Hasbro handheld or Mattel handheld games, and one was Yahtzee, and we killed a lot of time in our conversion van driving around, passing that thing around, playing it, trying to beat each other's scores. The other one we played was poker. We had this cheap little handheld poker game, and man, that was fun. And we'd try to beat each other's, get the best, win the most money in that. So that was our family vacations. How we spent them. That and listening to endless amounts of CDs in our books and our, Discmans. Oh, I was close to a Yahtzee. I was pretty close. So let's see how I select what I want to do here. 6s. Okay. Easy enough. I got 24 for 6s. I'll take it. Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3. Let's go for a straight. Going for that straight. Bailing on the straight. We'll just go for 3s. Let's take chance here. That's too bad. 18 for chance is bad. I didn't even click. I just landed a straight. Oh, I just clicked 4 of a kind, and I gave myself a 0. Lesson learned. That's awesome. That's going to be a lot of fun. And there's credits to Yahtzee. That is too funny. Really cool, though. My quest for Hasbro games is on. I'm definitely going to start digging these up. All right. Let's do the world book. Now there's 3 discs, so I'm wondering if I need to install all of them. I'm guessing I do, which means this thing is probably huge. Let's move this back a little. There we go. Sorry about that. Probably didn't sound great. There we go. Just got to get myself ready for what could be a very long install process. There's no auto run, so I'll just go straight to setup here. There we go. One thing I just realized is on the cover of this, I'm pretty sure that's the Titanic, which is really cool to me because I'm a pretty big Titanic buff. So, and what I mean is I just like watch a lot of documentaries. I don't like watch the James Cameron movie religiously or anything. I'm really into like the history of it, and while the movie I respect it is good, I'm really more into like documentaries and just anything that comes out on the History Channel, National Geographic. I watch all of those. I actually have all of those somewhere, and I just really enjoy that. And I'm always scouring YouTube to like find others. Looks like it's set up just fine. So since we're on the topic of Titanic, that's what we'll search. We're going to do a full install on this one. Getting QuickTime 3.0 right now. I do not want to view that. I do not. I want to view the sample movie. I think we got to watch the sample movie, right? How could we not? All right, our QuickTime sample movie here. This could be funny. That was pointless. All right. So, definitely got an ad for QuickTime Pro now on my desktop, which I'm instantly deleting. I have a folder called Reports. Maybe if I go to my Start menu here, I can find it. Let's see here. World Book 99. There we go. So I'm not sure what all these discs are, but I'm guessing they have points maybe in the software where they're needed. We'll see. Oh, yikes. Let's see if I can find the CD key. Oh, there it is. I really hope it doesn't ask me for that every time I want to use this. Oh, yikes. I don't want to do software registration. Okay. Media, maps, dictionary, time frame, what's online. I love that. This is a little bit, this is a little bit cleaner to me than that atlas we looked at in a previous video. As cool as that was, that 3D flight thing was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in an older, encyclopedia style thing. If that as a kid, that would have blown my mind. Now, looking at it again, in more detail, it's a really, really broad, 3D world that you fly over pretty quickly. You're just constantly like hitting pole to pole. So there's nothing too crazy or big, but it's still cool. I still enjoyed it. Let's go straight to media. This software registration tool keeps popping up. Yeah, I don't want to do any registration. I just don't care. Okay. All disc 1, all disc 2. So there's 2 discs to this set. Now what's really cool, this has 2 discs, which, version 3.0, version 3.0 for each first 2 discs. Now the third disc is interesting. The third disc says disc 3 with IBM Via Voice technology. And I don't know what that means or what this disc is all about, but I'm definitely gonna have to like pop this in and just see if it needs an install or something, because we gotta look at that. While we're in here, so we got what's online, we got time frame, around the world, we got just looking, articles, home, back. Okay, let's search. What were we gonna? Yeah, Titanic. Now it should have something. I mean, they put the Titanic on the cover. Oh yeah. Now, funny story. We had Encarta 96, and we just gotten a printer and everything, like this whole Packard Bell setup. Me and my brother were home alone and messing around with this new computer. I don't even know if we were home alone, or if my parents were just outside doing yard work. We were just left to ourselves. And what did we start doing? We were like, let's make a book. We started printing off articles like these because, there's just the easy, usually a print button, and it prints it off pretty nicely. So we started printing articles. And I mean, not double-sided. This was before double-siding was an easy thing, or that I even knew that existed as a kid. And we went through almost an entire ream of paper that was just purchased and all of the ink in the computer, because by the end of our book that we couldn't staple together or anything, which we did over the course of a few hours, right? We had burned up all the ink, which is not expensive then, isn't now, definitely wasn't then. Burned up all the paper my dad just bought. And I remember him coming in and seeing this stack of papers and looking at it and going, what the H are you doing? And we're like, we're making a book. And he just looked at us and just, chuckled like, you're out of your minds. And then the chuckling totally turned into this realization that we burned all that ink as he looked through those. And then he realized how basically by like the last few we made, there was hardly any ink on the page. He's like, you just burned like $40 in ink. And then we realized that printing wasn't this just endless thing that you could do. It actually, ink cartridges run out quickly. But in my mind, back then it was like, this will print forever. I didn't even know we needed an ink cartridge. I just thought it printed, Um, yeah. So lesson learned, but a lot of fun, a lot of wasted paper, unfortunately, and ink. But I wish there was some media here. So it's got a nice article. Trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Pretty cool. I don't see any media though related to this. Let's see what just looking is. Oh, you can just randomly pick stuff. Like a random search, just, this is before Wikipedia. This is the early Wikipedia right here. Check out time frame. Okay. Basically just searching history. Got to see what's online. Oh, this instantly, look at these. These links are just hideous. I don't know if you can see them, but man, they're just hideous. Update now. Oh, cool. What's in the toolkit? There's your print icon. See, that's where I would have started printing as a kid. Oh, printer. I can print this. I'll print this. Because, you needed to print everything back then. Now, down at the bottom here, I see a few links. There's Update Now, which I'm guessing is the internet. Then there's a San Diego Zoo Cyber Safari. And then the Homework Wizards. So let me see if this is online. Or if this is just something in the disk itself. This is awesome. Now, when she's done talking, I don't know if you can hear her, but she's just talking away right now. I've been to the San Diego Zoo, and it is awesome. Now, that being said, I'm just not a fan of zoos. It was incredible at the time. It was a lot of fun. But after going to that and reflecting on it and then going to the Denver Zoo, I kind of came to the realization that I don't really like zoos. Now, I know I don't want to make a debate of whether zoos are good or bad, but just for me, I just thought, there's other things I'd rather do with my time than go to a zoo. For example, a better place I've gone was the Denver Wildlife Sanctuary, where it takes in animals that would not be surviving on their own. And I know the same argument is made for zoos, but there's just something about the sanctuary where you don't see animals in cages. What you do is you end up walking on this huge ramp, and the ramp overlooks this open field of gigantic cages, but gigantic, pens or whatever. They're huge. And you go over and you kind of have to find the animals because it's huge. And it's a sanctuary. It's not a zoo. So there's, herds of just tons of stuff. And it was just so cool. And there's stories of like where they got them and how they saved them and what was going to happen to them and how they were able to intervene and prevent horrible things from happening to these animals. And it was like there was bears and zebras and cheetahs and you name it. It was so cool. And the fact that you're hovering like 25 feet over the ground in this gigantic like walkway was way better than any zoo experience I've ever had. So something to think about. Now, when you hover over these videos, they do move around. That's kind of cool. We'll check out the Gorilla Tropics here and just see what this is all about. Okay, so they've basically taken panorama stills and you can circle around the cage. Oh, you can go Okay, they're 360 views. I mean, they're really gigantic panorama views. This is pretty cool for the time. And I'm guessing that's just what it is for all these. You can zoom in and out. Oh, wow. I mean, that's cool. I give it credit for what it is. How cool would it have been to be one of these people at the zoo at the time this was created? There's just all these people with all these. There's a digital camera right there. Yeah, she's looking at the picture she just took on her digital camera. So there's digital cameras at this time. It definitely looks like the late 90s. I think I'm more interested in looking at the people in these 3D panorama views than the animals. Oh, that is pretty funny. Cool. Okay. Well, I think I'm pretty impressed. I mean, there's a lot to look at here, but this is the world before the internet, and I think it's something that needs to be preserved, and it's definitely something I'm having a lot of enjoyment going back to, because it's kind of taking information and trying to put as much as you can on a disk, but the most important too at the same time. So they had to be creative, and it's just cool to see what they were coming up with while the internet was coming around too. How they were trying to implement that. I mean, they had to have known this was gonna go by the wayside. I mean, I guess not at 99. You didn't think of the internet like you do now. So it was like a supplement, and you still needed this home base of information, which is no longer the case. But fun to look back and reflect on. So I think we'll end it here. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you like these videos or what else you'd want to see. I'm always going to be on the lookout for finding other stuff like this. I particularly like looking at software, I think, more than games at this point, but let me know what you like to see. I'll probably keep doing both. So feel free to, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if not, either way, thank you for watching and have a great day.